Okay, so sorry, I had to pause. So I'm continuing now on another video. So like I was saying, the BSR in the pet category is going to be very important because like we saw on the previous video, a BSR of 190,000, based on the data from Smart Scout, it wasn't generating any monthly revenue. So, here we can, sort by the rank, and then we can start to see, at what point, do the BSR numbers um, happen to not generate any monthly revenue information. Now, these ones here are pretty interesting because, I mean, the rank is actually very low as far as, being competitive to get some monthly sales. But according to the data, there's nothing being reported. So I don't know, maybe that's an error, maybe something happened with the information, but it wasn't captured. But it's only those three. But if you start looking at some of the other ones, we start to see that if we look at, BSRs that are even close to the 80 to even 90,000 range, is still actually generating monthly revenue, which is actually pretty encouraging because before I was actually saying to myself that I only want to look at products that have a 50,000 BSR. Now with this data, I'm actually able to see that even if I list an ASIN that has a BSR in the high 80,000s or even in the high 90,000s, there's still some opportunity to, make some revenue. So this is definitely a very, very, very amazing piece of information that we're getting here from Smart Scout. So we can actually look at some of these products. I'm pretty sure a lot of these are being sold by the supplier that we're working on. Some of these are like, 2 packs or 3 packs. So for these, we're going to have to, use the FBA calculator to identify, what is the total cost because um, in the website, the items are sold as individual units. So we're going to have to, do the math for, what's the cost of buying 3 and how much is it selling for, the FBA fees. We need to figure that out first, right? But even then, it's still very encouraging. And the fact is that if you look at the number of sellers, it's very low. Like you have 2 sellers, 2 sellers. This one has 10, so this one maybe um, it's very easy to find, I guess. But look, the amount of sellers is actually very low. So I mean, the opportunities here are pretty much endless. Um, and as you start scrolling down, you start getting into some BSRs in the 100,000 range, and you still see that there's monthly revenue. So this pretty much opens up a lot of opportunities for ASINs that are in the higher BSR rank for pet supplies to even to sell like. So there's a lot of opportunities here. So at this point, from here, we started out first looking at a brand for opportunities. Now we're looking at the brand and we're looking at the ASINs that are generating those sales for the brand. So I hope this is very helpful. I think now, with this information, you're really going to be able to, start analyzing not only Vitacraft but other brands. And I think using Smart Scout is really going to help. You can export the data if you want to, so you can maybe do some research without having to use the dashboard. But yeah, uh, these are the opportunities that we can find here using the um, products dashboard. So I think those are the only insights that I have here. I guess the other thing also to note is that a lot of these items, like the buy box price is kind of low. So for example, this one sells for $8.99. We will have to see how much is this product selling for on the supplier's website. It's maybe selling for a couple dollars, but that number is very small if you take into account selling fees, FBA fees. It can eat a lot of this price. So I would maybe want to look at products where it's at least up to maybe $50, and the minimum, it has to be like $20, for example, right? So this way, now we're looking at 38 products, and this price is more of a manageable price point, where we can account for the fees, for the fulfillment fees, the cost of the product, so on and so forth. So with that, I'm going to stop here, and I'll see you on the next video.